Hello, I'm going to do a video here on getting started beekeeping. I'm going to show you the basics you need to get started. This is March 9th or 10th, I believe. If you're going to get bees this summer and you want to get into beekeeping, you want to order your equipment now if you're going to order it. You're going to want to order your bees now if you're going to order them. A lot of people get long lists and you want to get them in time, your equipment in time to get your bees. Usually around here in the north and central New York, mid-May to June is when people start selling their bees. You want to get everything ordered, but now because it takes time to get your equipment. Some of the basic things you're going to need is a basic hive. I'll go over the components in a minute. You're going to need a smoker. This is a Man Lake. Man Lake is the name of a company. There's several. Dadant, Better Bee. There's a lot of companies on the internet. Just do a Google search. They all do the same thing. They smoke. Depends on how much money you want to spend. Some are a little fancy. They're all basically the same thing. But you want to get one with a guard on it so you ain't getting burned on the side. You're going to need some kind of a hive tool. Mine is homemade. 6 years ago I built it. Says it'll last me till I can buy one. I haven't lost it yet. I haven't bought one. There's different ones. There's some that are like a hook for removing the frame. Some are basically like this, a little bit longer. They look like little wrecking bars. But you're going to need some kind of a hive tool. Look on it, you know, it's all like I says. What one's best? The one that's in your hand. You're going to need some kind of a veil. This is a round veil. Some of them have a square front. I just use a straw hat. You can get the helmets that you'll see in the magazines and the catalogs and online. You can get the whole suit that's like a hood with the veil on it. Some are just jackets. It's all on what you want. Beginning, you want to get a pair of gloves. I don't usually use gloves. When I do, it's usually either a pair of leather roping gloves, or if they're really bad, I got the long rubber gloves you can get right at Walmart for. Yeah, they're made for like handling chemicals and stuff like that, but that's all I use. But you can get the long beekeeping gloves. They have a leather palm and cloth with vented and elastic around. Components of the hive. You can start with the bottom. Excuse me a second, show my butt here. You're going to need a bottom board. This one I built myself. It's just 3 pieces of 1x8 with some wood around the side. You can get these that are screen bottom. Screen bottom's used for mite control and also used for ventilation. Ventilation is very important in the hive. The next thing in the hive is going to be your hive body. There's different sizes hive body. This is your basic for brood. This is what we call a deep box. It's 9 5/8, I believe. There's a medium that's 6 7/8 or something. I can't remember exact measurements right off my top of my head right now. It's a little bit narrower than this, and then there's a shallow. You're going to want at least 2 of these for your brood chamber. Some women are going with all mediums because they're lighter. One of these full of honey is 100 pounds, a medium 60 pounds. If you go with all mediums, you're going to want at least 3 mediums for your brood. I use mediums for my honey, so I'll go 2 of these for your brood, and then whatever your mediums on top for your honey. There's different kinds of frames. This is a wooden frame. This was actually foundationless. The bees draw this comb natural. This was a dead out, by the way, that I had they died last fall. It was some I cut out of a tree and they just never really got going. But you can see they had a little honey left here. I don't see any pollen or brood in that frame. Yeah, here's another one. You can see your brood will be in the center of your frames, and then they'll put a ring of pollen around and the honey around that. But them are foundationless frames. When you get these wooden frames, that one doesn't have it. There's a little wooden little wooden bar across here, and you get foundation. Some are plastic foundation. This is, by the way, is an all plastic frame. This would be a medium frame. This would be a deep frame, just to show the size difference. You can buy these, pull them out of the box, drop them in your hive. You've got a little beeswax coating. You can brush more wax on. You can get the center part here to put in a wooden frame, or you can get a wax foundation. This is just a strip of it, but it'll be a full sheet with wires in it, or you can get it unwired. You fasten this in the frame. There's videos on the internet showing how to do it. But that's just pure beeswax, and you can see it's embossed with a beeswax, the bee cell, the little hexagon cells on there. It just helps the bees get something to draw off from. Gets a quicker start. These are actually the all plastic frames. I have a little of both in here. You say you shouldn't mix them, but I usually don't have a problem. If you haven't, you can see where that's still the plastic, and they've just started drawing this out. Once you get your boxes up, for the next thing you want on top is an inner cover. This is a homemade inner cover. The ones you buy don't have quite as big of a lip. When I build mine, I actually like to have a little bigger lip on one side for doing treatments or feeding your bees. You can watch some of my videos. I also make a hole in here. We call this the hole of life. These bees in the wintertime need to expel a gallon of water from the honey they consume. If that hot water condenses on the cold inside of that hive and drips down on the bees, it will kill them. With this hole, air will go in the bottom because the bees are heating their space. It will rise, warm air rises, it will escape out the hole, ventilating your moisture out of your home. It also has a hole here that gives a dead space up here, and moisture can come up in here and drip, and this will stop it from dripping on the bees except for over the hole. You can also feed. There's different feeders you can place over the top of that hole for feeding bees. Then again, another video. This is a telescoping cover. This goes over the top, telescopes down over the edge. You also make a migratory cover. It's just like a sheet of plywood with a couple of cleats that sits over the top. The reason you want an inner cover, because this telescope's down over the edge. They glue this down with a resin that they make out of like pine sap and honey mix, or honey beeswax. They coat the whole inside of the hive, seal up any cracks, and you take your hive tool and you stick in here and you break that loose to get it opened up. If you've just got this on top of an without your inner cover, you can't get it loose. They won't glue this to this, but they glue this down. So that's why you want an inner cover. Besides, it creates a dead air space for the winter. Here's a look of it. I make my own boxes. The ones they got in the catalogs have got finger jointed. Some of them also have a miter joint. I guess you call this a box joint. I just cut them square. There's a little lip here. That's what your frame's set on. I also drill a 9/16 hole in the front of mine. 5/8 I guess a mouse can fit through. That's something you don't want in your hive. And again, it gives an upper entrance. If in wintertime, if you get snow in here, they can use this for an entrance, or they can use the notch in the top for an entrance. So these are the basic things you need to get started. You need some kind of a hive tool. You need a veil. If you want to go with gloves, you need gloves. You need a bottom board, a hive body, at least one to get started with 10 frames, inner cover, top cover. Like I said, you're going to need at least 2 of these for your brood, and mediums or deeps, whatever you're going to go from there up. But this is what you're going to need to get started. If you have any questions or comments, there are several places on the internet. You can call them and they'll send you catalogs, or you can look right on the internet and order from them. Preferences, they're all try to get something as close from you. Ordering bees, contact your county cooperative extension agency. See if they know anybody in your local area that sells nukes. Nuke is just a nucleus, short for nucleus. It's where they'll take 5 frames out of a hive. You get brood. You'll get some honey and pollen and bees to get started. You can also order packages. which is a small box with screen on. It's got a little can of syrup and a caged queen, and you can get 3, 4, or 5 pound packages. You want to get these ordered now because these companies, they sell out quick. So but if you're in the north, try to get northern raised queens. They tend to do a little better than southern raised queens. They've been tended to be bred to handle the heat, and northern queens have been bred to handle the cold in the wintertime. So it's kind of a good thing to, you know, try to get local queens. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I plan on making this a whole season series. I'll be doing throughout the season different things, splitting the hive. I've already done videos, but I'll be doing some more this season. Subscribe to my channel, and you'll get all the videos. Like my video, share it. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.